Well, I've kind of nitpicked through the Rankin Bass holiday specials like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman, but well, I'd be a little more positive to this particular one. Santa Claus is coming to town because really this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite Rankin Bass special overall. First broadcasted December 14th, 1970 on ABC, and it's aired continuously on Freeform and ABC for the last couple of years in particular. This is a movie version where you have the story of Santa Claus being told through the narration of Fred Astaire, who plays the mailman S.D. Kluger, and you have Mickey Rooney as Kris Kringle as Santa Claus, and you have several Claus-related Christmas traditions coming to be on how they come together, and it does a very good job of giving us a pretty interesting take on the story of Santa Claus. It actually does come up with some nice explanations of how Santa Claus became who he is. Like how did he decide to wear the red suit? How did he decide to, instead of just going out every night and giving kids toys, why does he decide to just go one day a year? How does he get all these friends to work with him? How does he meet up with Mrs. Claus? All that type of stuff. And yeah, this is definitely one of the better Rankin Bass specials because they do a pretty good job of giving you a story that you can kind of believe actually what happened in particular here. And yeah, this is definitely one of the better stories they have told out there. Now, there have been specific versions of this out there. Specifically, if you watch the one on ABC, they do cut two particular songs out of it. And, they also cut two other songs in half as well. But if you watch the freeform version, they do also cut more scenes out of there. Specifically, scenes that might be traumatizing to younger viewers, like Chris climbing and leaping to escape to prevent children from doing dangerous stunts, Winter Warlock knowing Chris will return, and telling him he will never escape, including the scene where the Burgermeister torches deceased toys in front of the children of Summer Town. Like, stuff like that is kind of stuff that it's very weird that we've been talking about so many of these specials, and they all have all these varying cuts to them, like all these different versions out there. Like, we talked about it with the Charlie Brown Christmas. We talked about it with Rudolph. We talked about it with Frosty. We talked about it with the Grinch. And now here's another one that has some of these notable changes to them. And, I don't know. I don't know if some of these changes I don't think really are necessary. I think they just do it for time constraints, for, like, commercials and all that. But like I said, overall, this is a great special overall. And of all the specials that Rankin Bass has done, this is definitely Frosty the Snowman. It seemed to be the one that are the most consistent in terms of story, in terms of a motivation, and they don't have as many big plot holes and scenes that don't make a whole lot of sense compared to some of the other works they have done. For every Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rankin Bass does, they have a Here Comes Peter Cottontail or the Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, where it's just like, I don't understand what the heck you guys were trying to accomplish with this, but this is a great special overall. Great memorable songs, a great memorable villain and Burgermeister, and just a good fun sense of what they were trying to do overall. And it is a nicely put together special overall. It is definitely the best one of the specials that they have done, and one that I do like watching every holiday season. Again, not much more to say about this one. Santa Claus is coming to town. Definitely worth a watch every year.